We want to give a gift to people who come here. But I think what it is, the quilt is a representation of getting our students to think about peace and compassion in metaphorical ways.
We looked at all the schools on Oahu and wanted to find the school that we felt best embodied the spirit about peace, compassion, and tolerance. When we found out what Francine Honda and her team at Kailua High School have been doing, what Amber Macchiao and Chad Miller have been doing, they've been pioneering methods of teaching to try to help the students understand that the differences they may have, at least in appearances, are nothing compared to what they share in common.
How many of you, show of hands, have ever heard of the Dalai Lama? Okay, he's an international man of peace. This guy's known all around the world. His message is peace, nonviolence.
There's 225 kids in there who are given tweets from the Dalai Lama, and they are asked to form questions. They were supposed to be philosophical in nature, things that they really wondered about. There was no bashfulness to it. They weren't embarrassed by their questions, and I think that really comes with this notion of what's been happening at Kailua High School is there's this pervading idea of intellectual safety in the classroom. And what that means is basically that I don't have to worry about anything that I say, because everything that I say is going to be taken seriously by my peers. So I can take intellectual risks, I can ask questions, I can put out my own experiences, and whatever I say, I'm not going to get laughed at.
Do you think with, your mind, or do you, act upon your heart? It's like, which is better? Because a lot of impulsive decisions made upon your feelings can get you into, some sticky situations.
The whole premise of ethnic studies in Kailua High School is about nonviolence. And when we look at a lot of the Dalai Lama's teachings, compassion is connected to nonviolence, which is one of the fundamental aspects of philosophy for children. So what you did at the end of class is you started thinking about, well, now that we know all of this, what do you want to talk about with your classmates that relates to violence in our community and what the Dalai Lama has to teach us? So when we use philosophy for children to teach ethnic studies, we are engaging in a lot of dialogue with one another about really complex issues related to race and ethnicity and discrimination and marginalization. But they get to talk about it with their peers and listen to one another and learn from each other versus just having a teacher at the front of the room that's telling them about the histories of these groups.
My question is, can I assume that by the Dalai Lama coming to our school, it will change the way we act towards each other?
They're doing it in an intellectually safe environment where they feel like they can really share deeper things that are important to one another, and so what it does is it helps to build tolerance between students. And we're being very conscious about it and saying, we want to work on tolerance and prejudice reduction and promoting a culture of peace.
Building peace on the foundation of aloha is about taking the notion of aloha and starting with yourself. Our hope is that his visit to Hawaii will help him see that in the world there are places like Hawaii where people of different races and religious beliefs and cultural traditions get along. And not just get along, actually embrace the diversity of all and really love the fact that we have so many different traditions here. I think it's just going to be an incredible experience. And we're really happy to be able to do this with the Kailua High School team.
Aloha, Your Holiness. Our students are really excited and honored for the opportunity to ask questions and about what they've been wondering about and get your responses. And the questions that you're going to get today are really an invitation for you to join our inquiry that's been going on at this school for the last several years. So we want you to become part of the discussion that's been going on.
Good morning, Your Holiness. My name is Leilani Lastimosa, and I am in 10th grade. And here's the question that me and my peers would really like to know. Is too much compassion dangerous because it makes us vulnerable? For example, if I gave a homeless person money, but he attacked me because I refused to give him more, did my unbiased compassion make me vulnerable?
Mental level, emotional level should not develop negative feeling. And action level, you must take appropriate action. So if you let that harmful action, it's actually lack of sense of concern of their well-being. So therefore, person who doing wrong thing, you must act to stop that, if possible. But keep compassion towards that actor. Clear.
I want to congratulate Kailua High School and the students there. Really, this visit by His Holiness is a testament to the hard work that they've done and to the incredible values that the school embodies through their everyday life. To inspire people in Hawaii to take action, to be deliberate and purposeful about preserving the spirit of aloha, about preserving the civility and the compassion and the tolerance we have for each other and our differences here in the islands.